got it twisted. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got organization because we peak game. And it's not the mob really that we seeing, it's really the government. They the biggest mob. That's who we study.
Right.
Governments.
I stood up, and it's the first thing you've heard him say in like 2 weeks of court. You know, Your Honor, and throughout this entire court case, you haven't looked me or my attorney in the eye once. It's obvious that you're not here in search of justice. So therefore, there's no point in me asking for a lighter sentence. I don't care what you do because you're not respecting us. This is not a court of law as far as I'm concerned. No justice is being served here. And you still can't look me in the eye. And so I say, do what you want to do. Give me whatever time you want because I'm not in your hands. I'm in God's hands. You can cut the tension in the courtroom with a knife. It moved the whole side of the prosecution. I didn't say it like Pac said it. The way Pac said it, everybody's eyes in the courtroom watered up. Nobody could speak for a minute. Brave motherfucker, yo.
Peace, family. This is Brother O God in the Black Hip Hop News, and this video right here is called Proof that Tupac was killed by the Illuminati. Now, when we say the Illuminati, all we're talking about is rich, wealthy, elite families that have a lot of money, wealth, and more importantly, power and control over, basically are pulling the strings on what goes on, not only in the United States, but the world. I'm trying to do this as quick as possible because I don't want to make it a long video because, you know, I know your attention span is short, but you have to do your due diligence, your studying. When you look into Tupac, again, I'm going to do this fast. When you look into Tupac, he was in a game. He was kind of naive. He came into the game, and first and foremost, he was already being watched from his mother, Alfini Shakur's involvement with the Black Panther Party, with Tulu Shakur, which was his stepfather. In this book right here by John Potash, Drugs as Weapons Against Us, John Potash details how the FBI has been following Tupac and watching him ever since he was a kid because of his, his parents, his mother and his stepfather in particular, involvement in, revolutionary Pan-African nationalist groups, that was advocacy groups for the freedom and liberation of black people, you know what I mean? And so he was always being watched. And to make a long story short, he once he got into the hip hop industry, and it was cool when he was talking about sexing women and drugs, but when he started to become conscious, when he started to see what the industry was really like and what was really going on, when he saw the scope of what was really happening, he began to speak out. He began to speak out and try to influence and encourage and motivate black people, to be proud about themselves. He began to tell black people, look, your plight in America is because we was put this way. They put crack into the the neighborhood. They did this. They promoting this music. So therefore the government will be your enemy. This is what Tupac's message was. Illuminati. So when you say Illuminati, all we're saying is rich, white, wealthy, elite, powerful families, you know what I mean, that pull the strings, and at the bottom of this system are black people globally. So this was a problem for Tupac. This is a problem for black people when you see the conditions in the ghettos the way they are, the black on black crime rate, because these were all set up conditions. So Tupac began to speak out against that in his message, you know what I mean, Illuminati. And in this excerpt here, he begins to talk about he didn't know what would cost him his life and death. So what they started to do, right? And Jay-Z even alludes to this in his Grammy Family Freestyle. We have it posted up. The same sword they knight you, they going good night you with. Shit, that's only half if they like you. Don't believe me, ask Michael. See Martin, see Malcolm, see Big, see Pac, see success in his outcome, see Prince, see all these people, right? And we see that when you look deep into it, you look at a lot of stuff Tupac was saying, basically was media. Again, the Illuminati, the rich, white, wealthy, elite families that have power. They, you know, the same sword they knight you, they gonna good knight you with. So they will make you as a star, a big star. As long as you're promoting the gangsterism, the homosexuality, the rap, the drug culture, you're good. But once you turn around and say, no, this is not right. Black men and women stand up. Fight the power. Right? Now it's okay, we're going to go into the same media that we built you up with and tear you down. Put a false case because they said they didn't have no evidence, the rape case that he beat. You know what I mean? So now he was being able to be the same sword they knight you. They gonna good night you. The media was trying to good night Tupac to ruin his image. And in this particular excerpt before this, he says, I didn't know it was gonna cost me, my life. So what really began to happen, the more power, the more influence, the more money Tupac began to make. See, a brother that's sitting in his house don't have the money, don't have the power, don't have the influence. Tupac had all of that. He could say one thing and start a revolution overnight because of his power and his influence. So once he started to use that to his benefit, once he started to, and this is what got him killed, politicize, he's in the, talking to the Bloods and the Crips and say, look, y'all got to stop fighting each other. Yeah, y'all have issues. Yeah, y'all got beefs. But we all know that the Crips, which is community revolution, and blood, they were fundamentally first started to protect the community, to help the community. Then government infiltrators came in, the Illuminati came in and put us against each other. So Tupac got in the middle of the Blood and the Crip and said, yo, stop going at each other. We need to look towards this oppressive white supremacist government, you know what I'm saying, that's really oppressing us all. It's like you fighting your brother, y'all getting in good, but somebody kicking in the door downstairs, your mom, your sisters downstairs, they're now the bigger threat. Now you have to get away from them. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop fighting your brother and turn to that. So when Tupac started to politicize the gangs, this is when, they sent in, the shooters and whatnot. And do your research. It's already been proven, right? It's already been proven that the FBI was following Tupac every day. So how could they not find this killer? It's already been proven that the United States government has killed Dr. Martin Luther King. So it's not far-fetched that they would try to, J. Edgar Hoover's own words, stop the rise of a black messiah who can electrify, who can unify, you know what I'm saying? The militant black nationalist group. Who are militant? Thugs in the hood. Militant black nationalists. Tupac was a black nationalist. So this is the proof. All fingers point to the LAPD and the United States government. You know what I mean? First they started off, once they assassinate your character, then they assassinate you. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. We're going to do a lot more videos like this coming up. But this video here is a jewel. Please share it. Send it out. You know what I mean? This is your brother Ogaf in the Black Hip Hop News. Peace.